Joey, you're 15. What's going on?
Like I went to like this party, and like this girl's friend, like she's like talking to me, and like she said that like her friend wanted like to get with me, and then like after like I was like talking to her, and then like after like 10 minutes I became like too forward and like asked if I can like kiss her, and like she was like, oh, I don't know you, and like it's like, so like, yeah, it's like, so you want to get with me, so who cares? And like, so, oh, I don't know you, and she just like went away. And like, I don't know, it's like, I think I like messed it up.
Okay.
All right, is that good? Okay, you were at 48 seconds.
No. Yeah, 48 seconds, yeah.
Drew, how many likes did you tally there?
5, 10, 15, 20, 23.
23?
I didn't start counting until he said like about 40 times, but I did count that last maybe 30 seconds.
Yeah, let's be fair here. Drew does not start the like tally meter until he hears 4 or 5 likes in the first sentence.
Within 4 seconds, yes, yeah.
Yeah, you don't stand poised with the like tally for just every call.
I just want to show this. Is Ann over there? Sherry?
As a matter of fact,
the tally here.
I have never seen Drew tally up likes before. So there was 23 you got in about 48 seconds, Drew, and there were probably 3 or 4 you missed at the top. Joey, let me just do some quick math here. Joey is averaging, if you added 3 or 4 to your tally, Drew, you'd have 26, 27.
Like yeah, it's about like a second.
No, he's 1.7 seconds.
Yeah.
Wow. Yeah. That's quite a pace.
Yeah.
Think about you're using the word like in under 2 seconds consistently. It's amazing. Joey?
Yeah.
All right. Should Drew keep up with the like-o-meter, or are you all right?
I'm all right.
Okay. So I had no idea what the question was. I was just fixated on Drew marking down all the likes. And he really had to go fast to keep up. You went to a party.
Yeah, like...
Oh.
Well, sorry.
That's all right. He's got the like-o-meter out. Go ahead. You went to a party, and what happened?
Her, like... Her friend...
Poor Joey's. He's stifled now.
Talk to her.
Mm-hmm.
So I did, and like after 10 minutes of like talking,
mm-hmm.
I asked if I can like, sorry.
That's all right. That's all right. Drew's not keeping tally anymore.
I asked if I can kiss her, and she said like no, because I didn't know her.
Mm-hmm.
And it's just like.
All right.
I don't know. I just feel like I messed up. I don't know how to talk to her again, like at another party, because I saw her last night, and like I saw her last night at a party, and I was distant from her.
Mm-hmm. Now, this is your girlfriend, or this is the girl you went up to?
No.
Somebody kind of set them up, right? Somebody said you should go to talk to her. And
okay.
He was too forward with her.
I see.
And did she really blow you off? And was she said, get out of here?
No. She's I don't know you. Maybe if I get to know you better.
Okay, well, so maybe you should.
Can you get to know her better?
Yeah, probably. I don't know.
Can you ask her what she dislikes and what she likes?
What she like going out for like coffee or something like.
I don't know, but now since I've like already asked if I can kiss her, she like got it in her head that all I want to do is kiss her. So
well, I think you maybe can take that friend who was sort of encouraging you to talk to in the first place to sort of heal things like a little bit, sort of heal things.
Oh, can you imagine Joey composing a letter?
Hey, we got him up to around, what was this?
Drew still kept with the like tally.
35, 38.
38 likes.
Came up with another 15, and he was down, minutes. Though. He was down about 1 every 3.8 seconds.
Well, you really knocked him off his cadence, Drew. You made him aware of the like factor, and he stumbled, and he went from what you call like a blazing
healthy
scale, which was 1 every under 2 seconds, to 1 to maybe about every 4 seconds. All right, Joey, you're 15. It's all right. Just don't put the pressure on her. If she's really into you, there won't be a problem. I'm not so sure she is. I would talk to that friend who said she was. Figure out what the deal with that is.
If that friend can reestablish a contact, try again, a little easier. Try to meet her somewhere outside of the group scene.
Right.
And see if she can get to know you a little.
Phone number for Loveline, 1-800-LOVE-191. Fax number 310-854-4455. I'm Adam Carolla. That's like Dr. Drew. He's like a board-certified physician and like addiction medicine specialist. Ready to keep rolling here, Drew?
Yeah, I think so.
Harvey Danger's going to be in tomorrow night. I really want to meet Harvey Danger. I don't know if Harvey Danger is a guy or it's a band or what Harvey Danger is. But they sing that really cool song, and we're going to hear it tomorrow night and all that stuff. Ted.
Hey.
Hey, you're 14.
How's it going?
Good. What are you doing?
All right, I've been trying to get a girlfriend for so long, and I finally got one. And she's freaky, man. It's just scary.
Mm-hmm.
She wants me to go over her house and, eat her out and stuff like that. She wants to suck my vet, and,
Ted.
I just started seeing her a week ago. And come on, please.
Mm-hmm.
This is my first girlfriend I've ever had, and she wants to do all this crap. I want to know, should I dump her, or should I just, tell her no, or what?
Where do you think that's coming from, that she wants to be like this?
I have no idea.
Has she been active before?
Most likely. From what I hear, she's like a slut.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, well,
That's nice. How old is she, Ted?
15.
15.
Yeah.
She's an older woman?
Well, yeah.
What are you, in the 9th grade?
Yeah.
Is she in the 9th grade?
Yeah.
Your birthday's coming up?
No, my birthday was in October.
halfway.
Oh, okay. You know what? I'm going to take my kid, if he has one of those halfway birthdays, and knock him down a grade so that he can be older.
That's what we did.
Oh, you did?
Yeah.
Genius.
Yeah.
Especially when sports comes in.
Yep.
There's a big difference between being a sophomore in high school, or at least when I was a sophomore, I was in the 10th grade, and being 15 and being 16.
Oh, yeah.
Huge. I
think how much your esteem is just dependent on all that.
Oh, when I played football when I was in 10th grade. I weighed 145 pounds, and I sat on the bench on the B team. The following year, I was 16 in 11th grade, and I started on the varsity team, and I weighed 180 pounds.
Yeah.
It's a huge difference.
Yeah.
I would do that. I would think about holding him back 2 or 3 years. That way,
there's a trend. People are doing
he's got a
it.
goatee and his license in the 9th grade.
Yeah.
It's great. Talk about scoring. Ted? Yeah, you may be in a little over your head here.
Yeah. If you don't really like her, if she's not into the same things you are, if she doesn't sort of listen to what you want out of the relationship and what your needs are, maybe you ought to get out.
And not only that, but
it says something about her, the kinds of activities she wants to engage in.
if what Ted is saying is true, I never thought I would dispense this kind of advice against a girl that wanted to give him oral sex, but it seems like maybe she has a few skeletons in the closet.
Some issues.
And I'm not, and listen, all you young fired up Fs out there, I'm not talking about what they did with some senior last semester.
Right.
I'm talking about what Papa did or Uncle did or neighbor did with them many years ago.
When she was 3.
That's what you got to worry about.
Yeah.
Forget about who they were in the back seat with or under the bleachers with last season. Right, Drew?
Absolutely.
Oh, really? Jennifer,
Hello?
you're 15.
Yeah, for about 2 years, I've had bumps around my vagina, and they relocate, and I tried,
Gypsy Bumps?
I don't know what you're saying.
That was the name of my old radio. That was my old radio handle when I was AM up in Bakersfield. Gypsy Bumps, I called myself. Thank you.
I like that better than Ace.
Okay.
But go ahead. So, have you seen a doctor about this?
No.
So we don't even know what they are.
No, and
No.
okay, well,
Why
it got
can't
worse
you?
today.
Why can't you see a doctor?
I'm living with my friend,
Mhm.
and they won't pay for any kind of medical treatment.
Well, then go to a county facility or a free
And
clinic,
I
Planned Parenthood.
can't find a free clinic that offers that kind of.
That's just general medical.
Evaluation.
Jennifer, I don't know of any place that wouldn't.
Oh.
It's just general medical.
What do you mean you can't
evaluation.
find? Have you
I don't know.
looked?
Well,
Yeah,
no.
I looked at this one in my town, and it didn't say anything about any kind of gynecology.
They don't usually put the picture right up on the window. You have to go in and ask around.
I looked at a pamphlet.
Look, just go. You just need medical care. Just
Well, Okay, but it got worse today. Like now, like I have like a really weird discharge.
Yeah. Are you sexually active?
Not at all.
Are you
I
not?
haven't even kissed anyone since.
Good. Keep it that way.
I'm.
Why aren't you living at home?
Because my parents moved, and I didn't want to move with them.
Oh, really?
Down here. Yeah.
They just left you behind?
What? Well, not exactly.
Well, what are they supposed to do? Sell her at a yard sale, Drew? And then they got to move.
It's just weird.
Sorry.
Drew, when your kids hit 15, you're just going to sneak out of the house one morning and never come back. Please.
That may be.
That's not really what happened. It was.
All right, so you're like staying with a friend of yours, and you're going to ride out your high school career, right?
Till I'm like 18. I don't know.
And who are these? Are these parents taking care of you?
Yeah, pretty good.
Didn't your parents make any kind of provisions? Like, here's the note of the name of the doctor. You know when you leave your dog somewhere and you give the neighbor the name of the vet in case they eat some rope or something?
Yeah.
I don't know. It's like, they just, I don't know. I mean, they had to get rid of the medical insurance out here. It's like another state, you know?
Wait, this isn't Jennifer.
Huh?
Is that Jennifer?
Yeah.
Oh, boy, your voice changed. All right, look.
I think she hit puberty then.
Yeah, you're not really understanding our questions, but these could be anything. You're talking about bumps in that area if you're non-sexually active. They could be Bartholin's cyst. There are various little infections you can get in that area that do need to be treated. Warm baths are the way to go in the meantime, but get to some medical care. Any general medical care will be able to evaluate that.
Any free clinic.
Anything.
Oh, then they
Anything.
have women's clinics all over the place. You don't hear about the guys' clinics, do you?
No.
You never hear, like, white guy clinic. They don't have that, do they?
Big John.
Big John's white guy clinic. I had to go to the woman's clinic when I was down on my luck in Santa Monica. Oh, evil lesbians over there poking me with a stick. It's humiliating.
Was it electrifying like they used for the hog?
a cattle prod.
Yeah.
One day I'm going to buy that building and turn it into like a strip joint. That's going to be my vengeance. Oh. Hey, Drew, you know what I was thinking? Is this possible? I know this sounds bizarre, but bear with me for a second.
All right.
Couldn't somebody make a poster size of a vagina and then or actual photograph, and then sort of superimpose or
All
use
the
a
different
computer
problems?
all the different things that could possibly happen on this vagina?
Sure.
Whether it's ingrown hairs or it's warts
Thing about the
or
vagina
it's
is-
discharge.
Vaginas are not as visually explicit as the penis. When things happen to the penis, you see it.
Right.
The vagina, a lot of it's way up inside. You don't see it. You don't know.
Right.
You can't look for signs because you don't see the signs. It's all based on symptoms.
But you do agree if we had my crotch-sniffing dogs, we could take care of things like this.
Improve things, yeah. Perhaps,
Okay.
Yeah.
Amy,
Yes.
you're 21.
Yes. How are you guys?
Good.
Okay. I have a question about me and my boyfriend. It's actually me, but we've been going out for almost a year now, and I can't trust him at all. Like whatever he does, I question him. I don't really believe anything he says.
Has he ever done anything to
No, nothing at all.
nothing ever?
No. I need him to say he loves me 20 times a day.
Has anybody else ever done anything to you?
No.
Have you ever had a boyfriend before?
Yeah, I've had a lot.
Were you the same way with them? The other ones?
No, this is the first time I've been like this, but it seems like everyone else has been where I can't trust them. Like they've done, they've cheated on me. Or
Didn't I ask that question?
Sorry?
Have you ever had any boyfriends before?
No,
Yes.
Any of the boyfriends do anything to you that
No.
would lead you. There's that no again.
Who,
Well, they
Maybe I'm
haven't
not
done
asking that right.
who
There's-
cheated on you?
Oh,
Your
yeah.
gardener?
Yes. They haven't done anything like hitting but they've cheated.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Well, understand that what Drew's asking is do you have anything to base this on?
Oh, okay.
Should you be
Experience,
suspicious?
Right.
Yeah, you've had other boyfriends that have cheated.
Right,
That's why you think this guy's going to cheat.
right. And I told him from the beginning that, I've had that, and he knew, but, we get in fights over that, and it's, I don't know what to do about it.
All right, so you're insecure.
Pretty much.
And why are you so insecure?
I don't know. I really, that's what I'm trying to figure out,
Your folks didn't pay enough attention to you?
No, they paid probably too much attention. I don't know.
Do you have an eating disorder?
Nope.
Never did?
No.
You know that means eating and then throwing up?
Or not eating.
So really, you really have to ask the questions with this, Amy.
Yeah.
Okay, so your parents paid too much attention to you?
Well, no, they were always, they're always there for me. They always did things with us. It wasn't anything where they, weren't around.
Okay, so what happened to your self-esteem?
I just never really had any. I mean, I've had friends. I've had, I always had. I have no reason not to.
Were you overweight as a kid?
Nope, perfectly.
I have a good book for you. It's by a guy named James Masterson. It's called The Search for the Real Self.
Okay.
Go read that book.
Okay.
Maybe give you some insight into why you behave like this, and maybe you can change a little bit. All right?
Okay. Thank you.
All right, I want to recommend a book, too.
Mm-hmm.
I don't remember the name of it, but it's not really a book. There's a flask inside of it.
Mm-hmm.
You just open it up, and it's hollowed out, and you can keep a flask in there. You know?
Okay.
Good luck,
All right.
Amy.
Thanks.
Okay.
She had no idea.
What you were talking about?
No idea what you were talking about.
Yes, she did.
She didn't at the beginning.
Oh, no. Yeah, there was that typical thing I'm used to now.
You ever have any old boyfriends? Nope. Any of them cheated? Nope. Nothing in the past? Nope. Well, I had a lot of boyfriends that cheated.
Oh, boy.
Becky,
Yeah.
you're 18.
Mm-hmm.
You know what always gets me about our listeners? Sometimes, hold on here, Becky. Sometimes, Drew, your words could go either way. I mean, maybe you were talking about her parents, or maybe you were talking about her boyfriend, if you're reading a transcript of the show and you had no context.
Right.
But you're asking sort of logical questions.
Right.
Like, here's what our listeners would do. If you brought your car in and said, it's making this horrible rattling noise, it's coming from the transmission, and the mechanic said, how long has it been doing it? Our listeners would say, which car?
What are you talking about? It? What's it?
No, they just go, what car? I have 2 cars. It's like, yeah, the one we're talking about. All right, Becky. What's going on?
Oh, I have cysts on my ovaries, and I want to know if later on, if that's going to affect me from having kids.
A cyst?
Well, cysts on my ovaries on the right side. I don't know if it's A or a lot. I have no clue. I just want to know if...
Becky, it makes a big difference.
It does?
Polycystic ovarian disease is a different thing than
having a cyst.
A cyst. Everybody gets cysts, basically, Becky.
They do?
Yeah. Okay?
Well, Becky, you don't sweat the details, do you?
But multiple cysts, polycystic ovarian disease, can be associated with some fertility stuff. But it sounds like you have just a simple cyst, and that's nothing. Okay?
Mm-hmm.
Well, who told you had the cyst?
My doctor.
Uh-huh. And what did he say? Or she say?
They didn't tell me anything. I don't really even know. My mom told me that I had it after I went to the hospital and stuff, and I was like, oh, okay.
What did you go to the hospital for?
Well, because my stomach, my right side was hurting, and then that's what they found out it
All
was.
right, that's just a simple cyst. Don't worry about it.
So what are they going to do?
Nothing.
They don't do anything?
Usually.
No, I guess she just said that they just go away.
Yep, don't worry about it.
Well, what causes them, Drew?
Usually they are some abnormality of ovulation where the corpus luteum cyst never ruptures and just keeps developing fluid and gets bigger and bigger and then ruptures and causes a bunch of pain.
How big do the cysts get?
They get big.
That big? Softball?
Yeah.
Oh.
I mean, there's different kinds of cysts. Some of them are significant. I mean, some of them can be tumors, but you would know that. They would say that. They wouldn't call it a cyst anymore then.
What are those things that those women get that are, 700 pounds and they remove like a 130-pound tumor from them?
Those are ovarian, not cancers, but ovarian adenomas. Or they call it, what the hell they call those? I've seen a couple of huge ones.
How big?
Oh, like 60 pounds.
Really?
Yeah.
They look like a pumpkin that would win
one woman
state,
I thought was having...
at the state fair?
I thought she was having liver failure with her abdomen filling was fluid. I got a CAT scan. There was this huge thing sitting in there.
Really?
I couldn't even tell where it came from. Just the whole abdomen was replaced by this giant
Hey, when you
adenoma.
When you get big, you become like an abandoned warehouse.
Cyst adenomas, that's what they call it.
You don't know what's going on in you. You know what I mean? You got like a family of rats over here some vagrant who's setting up camp. Over here you have some possums. You become like, when you get too big, there's too much ground to cover. You don't know what's going on inside
when
of
you
you.
get fat, you mean?
Yeah.
This woman was not fat.
She wasn't?
No, she just had this. She looked like she was 9 months pregnant, but didn't come to the doctor. You know, people get in strange states of denial.
No kidding.
Yeah.
You're not pregnant? How old was she?
60.
So she knew she wasn't pregnant?
She knew it.
And her belly was out here like she was?
Yep. Like I said, I thought she had liver failure and her abdomen had just filled up with fluid from that.
Well, she's nuts. But what about her family? What about her husband?
I mean, that's how that happens. I mean, that's why they get these tumors.
Wish I could do that. All right, Drew. You got a call picked out?
Yep.
What is it?
Bill wants to know, should he try to get custody of the kids from his stripper wife who's divorcing him?
Oh, this is going to be good.
Yeah.
All right, we'll be back.
Carolla and Dr. Drew.
Hey! Who was that, Mike? I wasn't listening. Oh, fastball. I like those fastball guys. It's the Loveline.
Weren't they getting on the plane ahead of us? That
Yeah.
the morning, yeah.
That's right. You know, when we had that whole debacle at the airport when my listener, who I never tracked down, didn't pick me up at 5 a.m. that morning about a month and a half ago when Drew and I went on the road. The plane that we missed, that I forced Drew to miss as well, actually his nice camel hair coat made it, but Drew didn't. The one that left at 7 a.m. from LAX, fastball was on that plane.
Yeah.
Or at least I could see the boys waving through the window.
Was that after or before they performed live on Loveline?
The next morning.
I think it was the
morning.
next.
Oh, really?
Was the next morning,
Or
wasn't
like
it?
2 days
That's
later,
bizarre.
If it wasn't the next morning, Ann, it was
a day or two after.
was the one
Yeah.
one after that. Oh, I'm blocking that all from my memory. Flying in Buddy Holly's little plane. Oh, into a thunderstorm.
Oh, yes.
Oh, yes. Oh, there's just nothing better than flying in one of those little twin prop planes that only holds 15 people, and they're telling you you're flying into thunderstorms, and then the guy comes on and says, the plane is overweight. We're going to have to toss off one piece of luggage to get us just down to the maximum weight.
Yeah, or a person.
And the connector flight we took on the same kind of plane before that, and this is a little unnerving. They took a big husky guy who was sitting in the back of the plane,
moved him up
and
front.
said, sir, can you move up about 8 seats? We need your girth at the front of the plane.
Yeah. Yes.
That's a bad sign, by the way, when a guy who's, got an extra 35 pounds on him has to be shifted to the front of the plane to balance
And it'll
things
affect
out.
that much, 30 pounds.
I'm telling you something. And they
That
just
is
pulled a
scary.
piece of luggage off. They go, one of you...
That was the second flight. I'm surprised they didn't ask the guy to stand in the middle. Just lie down in the aisle. We don't want so much weight on the right or the left side of the plane.
There was like dirt and sand on the floor of the plane. You can't stand up. You can't stand up in the planes. And then the engine trouble we had with that one. Oh.
Think of the movie if you guys went down and died.
If
so
I,
awesome.
if I know,
we would make so much money.
I
Good
know
story.
I have told this story. I know he told it before when we came back, but it really does bear repeating. First off, the first plane we flew that day was it was the smallest plane you've ever been in, and it was like they had some sort of big and tall store owners convention. I mean, it was nothing but guys who were 6'4" and 285 packed into this like VW bug with wings. Drew and I were the smallest guys on the plane, and it was just comical seeing these huge guys trying to maneuver their way around these planes. But the second plane is when Drew and I were leaving from St. Louis.
Waterloo or something.
St. Louis. We live in St. Louis, and we were going to
Birmingham,
Alabama.
That was when we flew to the
Little twin-engine plane, held about 20, overweight, flying into a fast-approaching thunderstorm.
Tornado, basically.
Getting dark, and having a lot of problems with one engine while we're on the ground. Big plumes of black smoke would come firing out of it. Each time they started the engine up, poof! Big puff of black smoke, and we just sat there in the plane for an hour waiting for them to fix it. They never turned a wrench. They never did a thing. They started it up 3 or 4 times. Each time a big plume of black smoke would fire up.
Bang, bang, bang. Remember that?
Right. And then eventually the pilot said, well, the engine's cooled down enough, so we're going to go for it before those thunderclouds get any thicker. And it was...
Why wouldn't you get off at that point?
That's the amazing thing.
Were you like paralyzed with fear?
I was somewhat paralyzed, but I was thinking to myself, if we get off this plane, that's it. We miss the gig tonight, and we're just trapped in St. Louis. I mean, we're just trapped.
Or we get on a plane just like this. And,
or we eventually get on one just like it and go somewhere.
The storms really are bad.
And here's the thing that's the most bizarre.
And you know what, though? If that thing went down, you were given every sign to get your butt off.
And you don't know about the biggest sign, which is right as the engine fired up, the big plume came out, and the pilot said, well, we're going for it. Kind of nice.
Yeah.
It's kind of thing you want your whitewater rafting counselor to say when you've had a couple of beers and you're going over some minor rapids. Not the guy who's piloting the plane. But anyway, we're going for it. And just then, this big woman opens a USA Today, and there's a full-color page ad of Roberto Clemente, the guy who died in a plane crash. Legend, countryman, died tragically. The Roberto Clemente story coming to the USA Channel.
Was La Bamba playing over the little speaker?
Oh, there were no speakers. This didn't have speakers like that.
They would have piped it in had they had it. Yeah, they had a mariachi band who was doing La Bamba, but the weight was too much. They had to throw them off before we took off. And I thought to myself, as I was staring at Roberto Clemente, a big full-page ad for Roberto Clemente, I thought, I'm the only one on the plane who's staring at this ad and knows who Roberto Clemente is, and knows that Roberto Clemente's his career was cut short because he died in a small plane crash. Yeah. And B, Roberto Clemente died, and someone can correct me, but I mean 68 or 70.
Yeah.
I mean, Roberto Clemente has been gone for 28 years, and you've seen nothing on Roberto Clemente. No movies, no tribute, anything. Just Roberto died, and people that know baseball know, but that's it. I have not seen anything on him, and there I am staring at a full-color ad of Roberto Clemente right as we're getting ready to taxi, and I was just staring at that, and I was sitting next to you, Drew, but I didn't have the heart to say anything.
You actually somehow, I don't know what the hell's the matter with you. I did not get disturbed that whole flight. You were hurting. I couldn't even be there for you because I thought if I start reacting to how you're feeling, I'm going to freak out too. So.
Bill?
Yes, Adam.
You're 19.
Yeah.
What's going on?
Well, I joined the Army about a year and a half ago because I got married, and me and my wife, we wanted to get a house together and stuff. And ever since we moved to Fort Riley, Kansas, my wife's been stripping to bring in extra income.
Sure.
Is it her choice?
Her choice, yeah. My choice, it was really kind of a arguing situation, but I mean, it helps bring in the income. We got a nice place and everything.
Let me understand this. Something she wanted to do, you didn't want her to do.
Right.
Okay. Has she ever done that before?
No. We've been dating since we were 16. Moved out here. She met some chicks I guess she was working with, and one day I come home from work and there's like trimming stuff in the bathroom and razors. I mean, like, and I'm like, what's going on?
Uh-oh.
And she's like, well, me and the girls at work, we trimmed each other's vaginal hair and we had like an orgy. I'm like, what's going on,
She didn't have to throw the orgy part in.
Well, we got in a big argument.
Uh-huh.
And I'm in the Army, right? So I had to go to Germany for a while.
Well,
and I'm calling her on the phone.
We beat those Krauts 50 years ago.
Yeah, but we've got we got stuff over there.
A lot of people over there.
I know.
And we're arguing on the phone. And while I'm over there, I'm getting really upset. Things she's doing, things she's telling me. And I go off the handle and tell her when I get back, I'm gonna hurt her, which was really wrong for me to do. But
what was she doing while you were gone?
She was sleeping around with this other guy.
She was telling you that?
Yeah, she's like bragging.
Is she on drugs?
In my face.
Is she doing drugs?
Is she doing drugs? Not that I know of. They moved me out of the home, and they made me move into the barracks where the Army got, where all the single soldiers live.
Because you hit her?
No, because I threatened her, and they didn't want me to.
Let me tell you something. In today's Army, we don't make a penny off guys like Bill. We got more wrapped up in therapy and housing and relocating. Oh, he's been in this man's Army for like 8 months. It probably cost us $400,000.
Come on, Adam. Come on.
Oh,
man.
Bill, you're breaking us.
Bill sounds like a good guy, though. Really
Bill does sound like a good guy. And here's the only thing that sounds a little fishy about this. I can't believe she was this normal before she got into the stripping and sort of went down this
Well,
road.
that's why I asked about drugs, because that sometimes when people do stuff like that.
Yeah, I mean, I'm a Caucasian and she's Oriental, and I had to ask her I asked her family's hand in marriage before I even asked her to marry me.
You know, it was funny, actually. I was hanging out with my grandma tonight. And by the way, you have to say Asian. But my grandma, who's 83
He's
years old.
married to the woman. He can, you know.
Well, no. My grandma was 83 years old. She goes, and there's no more liberal woman than my grandmother or my parents. I mean, they're all into welfare, and they love that stuff. If they could get on welfare right now, they'd do it. I swear to God.
By the way, did she hear you the other night?
Yeah, she did.
She heard both of our
Got a
discussions?
phone call Friday morning, 9 a.m. Oh, it was not pretty. Was not pretty.
All right, let's finish the bill. Then I want to hear it.
But here's what my grandma said, and it was kind of funny. She goes, you know, I've been around for 83 years, and back in the day, there were 3 classifications. There was Oriental, there was Negro. Well, this is what it was.
All right.
Listen, in 1933, it was Negro. That's what it was. No one scoffed at that. That was considered a polite term. It was, anyway, she said, it was Oriental, it was Negro, and it was Caucasian.
That was it.
That was it. Now, here's her point. Negro and Oriental have both been changed. Caucasian will never change. They don't have a strong enough lobby.
But a lot of people have been split off from Caucasian, though. Caucasian is a pretty narrow...
When cops write down your ethnicity, the white guys, they write Caucasian.
Yeah, but
I'm telling you, Negro and Oriental have both changed and will continue to evolve, I think. And I think we got to come up with something new for Caucasian. I think Grandma had a good point there. Anyway, it's Asian now, Bill.
Yeah.
No.
And we've got 2 kids. And the guy she's been cheating on me with, see, I'm only a PFC in the Army. That's like an E3, I don't know.
Private first class?
Roger.
That's what Gomer Pyle was.
I'm not Gomer Pyle, though, Adam. And the guy she's cheating with is an NCO. He's a sergeant.
Oh, boy.
And, you know, we've got 2 kids. I moved out of the house. I let her have everything. I didn't take anything.
How old are the kids?
I got a 2-year-old and 8 months.
Bill, does the service offer you any sort of family counseling or anything like that?
Yeah, I've been going to Army. I've been going to AFTB, it's Army Family Team Building. And
great. Is she going?
Is she going? That's a joke. You know, she wants to argue with me.
Oh, but yeah,
we're not divorced yet.
Well, when are you getting divorced?
Well, hopefully within the next month.
So you want out and she wants you out.
Yeah, but I want my kids. I treat them great. I don't want no stripper having my kids, and it's hard to be single in the military and have kids.
Right.
But you gotta.
Doesn't have any daycare?
Well, not that I know of. I mean, they got daycare, but I mean, like, say I go out to the field for training for a month, or if I go to Germany again.
Right. I don't know. I mean, you're going to have to sort of throw yourself on the mercy of the military court here.
Grandparents, other family that can help you out here. I mean, I think the children need their mom around no matter how screwed up mom is, but I would prefer, I prefer to see mom not the primary caretaker, because they also need, and maybe more importantly, a stable environment.
Yeah,
and a safe environment.
She's trimming her crotch, and she's got Sergeant Carter over there banging away on her. That's ridiculous. Oh, and let me tell you, we got to get rid of this Army. We're not making a penny. And I mean, I can see we got a war. Send some people out, kick a little ass. Imagine when against guys like Bill, he's got 15 forms of counseling going. And let me tell you, when these guys eat, they grub down. There's none of this, you get a little Jell-O packet or something, call it a night. You eat as much as you want. All right. Oh, don't have kids, everybody. No one in the service should be able to have kids until they make corporal. Major. Okay. Corporal Dad. That's my new sitcom idea. What do you think, Drew?
Beautiful.
All right. Please, Drew. You are so droll. I think they replayed those Pictionaries like 2 or 3 weeks ago. I think.
Strangely, you were seeing more on that than anything else.
Oh, did? Oh, got canceled? Oh, got canceled before they replayed them?
No, they replayed them, because I remember when people were saying they'd seen it again.
Really? Oh, yeah, I know, because they're scraping the bottom of the barrel. They're replaying the ones me and Chris Hardwick were on. By the way, that is the game show equivalent to smoking resins. You're out of weed at that point. You're going to the bong with a coat hanger. See if we can scrape up some of that Carolla and Hardwick. Yeah. Sure you don't want to just go to the park? It's late. Smoke Carolla and Hardwick.
So what happened to your grandma?
Listen, I'm not talking about her on the air anymore. I got enough grief.
Really? She really...
I have a house guest.
Yeah.
And when I woke up Friday morning about 9:30, I came downstairs and he said, "Your grandma called." And I went, what could that be? And then I went, oh no. She just busts my balls a little. That's all right. And she's right most of the time. She said I misquoted her on you, though. But you're off the hook with her.
Oh, good.
She's set her sights on her own family. No, I'm done. I'm done. She's a lovely woman. I love her dearly. I have? Yeah. Oh, yeah. Listen, the fact that I can bust my grandma's balls is a compliment to her.
It's about her health, that's right.
Oh, she's an amazing woman. Yeah, who else would bust their grandma's balls?
Right.
Yeah. And believe me, my grandmother has huevos. Carson.
Yes.
You're 26.
All right, hopefully I can articulate this a little better than I did with the woman who answered the phone. It's a simple question, but it's a little tough to explain. Do you think it's worse to be dating someone and they get really sick and you break up with them, or to be dating someone, you get really sick and then you get better and then you break up with them? Which do you think is the worst?
Wait. They get sick, you break up?
Hold on.
You're sick, which is the case with me. You get better, they stuck with you,
and then
you break up with them.
Hold on, let me announce this segment. It's now time for another installment of Retarded Hypothetical.
Except Carson really has one of these.
Oh, really?
He was sick.
Not hypothetical.
No.
What happened to you? Let's just stay with what is with you.
That'd be a good game show, though. Retarded Hypothetical. All right.
I don't want to get into too many specifics, but are you familiar with Parsonage-Turner syndrome?
No.
If Drew doesn't know about it, it doesn't exist.
Well, I had a case of bilateral Parsonage-Turner syndrome, which is also called bilateral brachial plexus neuritis.
I know what that is.
Okay.
All right.
What is that?
It's I don't know where you got it from. It's inflammation of the nerves that they course through into the shoulder here. Give you paralysis in your arms.
Arms?
Arms. You said bilateral. I said both arms.
Right.
Oh,
What was it from?
They don't know. They think it was possibly trauma-induced from maybe what I do for a living, but they don't know.
You like a hockey player or something?
No, here, guess what I am? I'm an aquatic entomologist.
Aquatic insects.
I'm a fly fisherman.
Fly fisherman. Oh, I see. From repeatedly...
They think. They don't know.
You make a living fly fishing?
Partial.
Really?
Yeah.
You got abbreviation for everything. What do you do? Guide people on tours or something?
Yeah, up in Alaska.
Oh.
Summer.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Hey, forget about that fly fishing. I want to do some salmon fishing in Alaska.
Well, that's with flies also.
Can you catch salmon with the fly?
More often than not, yeah.
Really? I always just thought it was trout.
No.
Salmon?
Mm-hmm.
Like when they're running?
All right.
Well, hold on. This is exciting.
When they're going to spawn, yeah.
When they're going to spawn, those lakes are just teeming with that salmon.
Mm-hmm.
You just grab one like a bear when it's jumping.
So, my question, what do you think? Now I'm better.
Yeah.
And she stuck with me throughout this whole thing, and I feel really awful.
Now you want to break up with her?
Yeah.
Why do you want to break up with her?
I don't know. I think I maybe have a new look at life or something. Just things feel totally different.
Well, now he's got use of his hand. He doesn't need a woman anymore. Carson, here's what you have to do if you've got a shred of decency in you. Did she nurse you at all?
Yeah.
Oh, that's good. I don't like that suckling.
What do you mean nurse you?
Back to health. He had his arms were paralyzed.
How long did it take to recover?
18 months.
Wow.
Yeah.
It's a long time off the fly fishing.
Long time off of everything.
Well, I mean, people don't, most of the time, people would rather you not pity them or feel sorry for them and stay in a relationship for that reason if you really don't love the person anymore.
Yeah.
They don't want to live a charade. They need to know the reality. She's gonna be pissed, but you can't change the reality of your feelings. That's what you have to deal with.
Also, people deal in the immediate pretty well. I think if he gutted it out at 2 or 3 months and then broke things off with her, it wouldn't feel as if, oh, okay, he got better, now he's breaking up because he got better.
Right.
Later on, when she tells the story, she's going to be pissed. She'll realize it was a fairly short period of time. But if he got better, in April, and he breaks things off with her in August, I don't think she's going to feel like, okay, he got better, and then he broke up.
Right.
So why don't you just stick it out another few months?
Or that here's what you really think is that he didn't like me that last year I was nursing him, but he let me go ahead and do that.
Right.
He was strong enough to get away from me.
Give it a few months. Oh, I'd love to catch some of them salmons.
And maybe he'll rekindle some feelings for her.
Alex.
Yes.
You're 32.
Yeah, by the way, hang on a second, Alex. Now, maybe we should be advising him not to make rash decisions. Maybe he's just sort of going through various changes, having had this very intense experience.
Well, listen, any way you slice it, give it 2 or 3 months.
I agree with that. All right, Alex, what's up?
My girlfriend, she is having a lot of problems. I've been knowing her for about 2 years. She's, for the last 6 months to a year, seems to be in and out of like suicidal states. She's always depressed. I can't seem to. She'll have a couple good weeks, and then now it's down to a few good days. She has just horrible times lately, and I can't seem to do anything for her. Family and I are just at our wits' end.
Why won't you get treatment?
We're trying. She'll do it for. She did one for like a couple weeks, but she doesn't have insurance. That's the hardest thing. Trying to find any place.
Does she work at a video store?
No, she has a great career, but she just can't keep a job long enough because she gets in a real bad depression, and she just can't go to work. So
what's her career?
She's a registered dental assistant, so she makes great money. It's just that she can't keep it up. She makes it for about a couple months, just gets about ready for the insurance, then things fall apart.
She needs to get on some medication.
Yeah, she was on Zoloft or something like that. Zoloft, yes. And she that was before I knew her. And she said it worked well, but she can't seem to find anybody that will prescribe it or will main raising this money, getting on a...
Most psychiatrists will have that available. I mean, at my office, I've got tons of that stuff.
Oh, really?
Samples.
Well, bring some of that by.
No, but I mean, look...
Hey, listen, I may not be depressed now, but I was, and so I should be able to take it retroactively.
All right, but the point is most physicians will have samples around to keep her going for at least a few months.
Right. Well,
and all she needs is one visit from somebody who can make a proper assessment and get her going.
Can you...
I mean, again, take advantage of county facilities and teaching hospitals. You can go there for free.
What do you mean, like at a university?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Go to the Department of Psychiatry at a county or teaching hospital and see what kind of evaluation she gets. She's got to get it.
I don't know. I got my hair cut at one of those barber colleges once. It was a disaster.
Look, there are 17 million people in this country with depression. 17% will die. Is that amazing data?
17 million people.
With depression.
Right. Hey, let me tell you, I think I was depressed. I'm not sure, but I think it may have been for maybe 15 years.
Yeah.
And it's paralyzing.
Yeah.
Horrible.
Yeah.
Horrible.
Yeah.
Can't get out of bed. Feel like you're dragging around an anvil.
This book you and I wrote, I just read it I read the whole thing this weekend, and it makes it sound like I was very depressed. Mostly it's
really?
my depression.
Well, you were.
Even though you were too.
I'm jovial. Look at me now. Carrie.
Yeah.
You're 19.
Yep.
Oh, could you imagine a depressed dental assistant? Like those people aren't evil enough. Then I got one who's going to go and she's going to take you with her.
Uh-oh.
Oh, boy. I got to get to the dentist. I'm going back to the dentist in 2 weeks.
Not me. I'm going Wednesday.
Oh, you poor dear. I'm going to burn a candle for you.
Thank you. I know. That just scared me.
I flaked out on my last 2 things, and they give me the guilt.
Yeah.
Well, you really should go. I'm right in the middle of a very important project, and I'm sorry, but I can't make it. I will attend as soon as the project's over. You sure? Listen, Ma, I'm not going.
Gary.
They call Ann. Yeah, they write Ann. It's awesome. Give me guilt. It's weird.
I thought you didn't want to go to that dentist anymore.
Yeah, what are you going to do?
Carrie? Carrie?
Yeah?
What's going on?
Well, I was wondering if there was I get migraines, and I had seizures when I was real young, like when I was 6 and 7. And they put me on, Inderol for a long time, and then they took me off. And when you took me off, at like 14, I believe it was, he told me that I shouldn't get on any kind of birth control pills.
I agree with that.
I was wondering if there's like another type of birth control pill, like what was it? My mom's a registered nurse, and she said that they're coming out with like a birth control pill, but it doesn't have hormones in it. It's like fake hormones or something. I was wondering, like, if you knew about it.
That's called Pez, isn't it, Drew?
I'm trying to think. There's a new estrogen.
Some sort of synthetic thing?
Yeah, something called raloxifene.
Where do they get the estrogen when it's not synthesized?
I mean, when it's not. What do you mean? One of them, you get it from horse urine. Is one of them.
Oh, that's what I was getting at. Yeah. Well, what is that? They take Marinol, right?
That's marijuana. Premarin.
Oh, Premarin. Yeah, I'm sorry. Premarin. See, smoke too much marijuana, you come up with Marinol instead of Premarin. Premarin, which women take when they're getting hot flashes, right?
When they lose their estrogen production by their ovaries, you replace it with an oral medication. There are others.
Premarin is for pregnant mare urine, right?
Right.
Isn't that awesome?
Yeah. Well, where the hell you get it? It's just a compound. Doesn't matter.
All right, but let's not abbreviate horse piss.
All right, but Carrie, I'm not aware of any sort of... it's an interesting idea since they have these new estrogen analogs that don't have estrogen effects to all body tissue. I will look into that. I've not heard of anything like that coming, but it wouldn't be surprised if something like that were ahead.
Talk to your mom. She's going to know. She knows more than Drew. Thanks. We'll be back.
This is...
Hey, Loveline listeners. Case Carolla, Dr. Drew, Loveline. And we'll be back in 12 seconds. Hey, Loveline. Phone number for Loveline, 1-800-LOVE-191. Fax number 310-854-4455. Adam Carolla, Dr. Drew, Harvey Danger. Can we play some of that Harvey Danger song? Yeah, so people know, hey, that's Harvey Danger coming in tomorrow night. I'm
not sick, but
I'm not well. It's like a doctor song, Drew.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, Mike has it somewhere in there. Are you doing that, Mike? No.
Give him a chance.
Mike just got busy doing something else. All right, you ready to continue, Drew?
I am.
Did we leave off on something? Oh, here we go. Yeah. Sherry bangs her head to this one. Because it sounds like, it's got a little like Pat Benatar from the early 80s in it. You know the song, Drew?
Kind of.
Harvey Danger is going to be in tomorrow night. Been around the world and seen that only super people are breeding. The cretins are cloning and feeding, and I don't even have a TV. Yes. Yeah, it's got a little sweet in there and a little golden earring. Yeah, and a little T-Rex. Is that it, Sherry? T-Rex. Sherry gave me the T and a backward R, and I said T-Rex. Sorry, I was just through the glass there.
Please.
Are you ready to roll here, Drew?
Time there, though.
Yeah, Sherry, that R you gave me was backwards.
Krista. How you doing?
Fine.
What's up?
See, my boyfriend's got a vibrating brush, and he spends more time with it than he does with me.
Vibrating brush?
Yeah.
Is it for his horse or something?
No, it's a brush, and on the back it has like a little massager.
Oh, it's like a scalp massager.
And he spends more time with his brush than he does with me.
Right. And does he? Does it take batteries or you plug it in?
It takes batteries.
Mm-hmm.
He takes it everywhere he goes.
Really?
Uh-huh.
Hey, if you put a hole in that thing, you'd almost... Well, okay. And so he enjoys that?
Yeah.
Yeah. I had a friend that was into the toothbrush.
Well, he in fact broke you with that, didn't he?
Yeah, he gave me the electric toothbrush once, and not bad. Now all these new crappy ones with these Sonicare and Oral-B and these plaque removers and stuff doesn't do anything. I mean, it hurts your penis. The old ones just kind of went, That's something you could really masturbate with. These new ones, Forget about it.
So do you think he's doing something behind my back, or
With what? Like,
Doesn't sound like it's behind your back.
like do you think he's masturbating with a brush, or do you think he just?
Didn't you just say he was masturbating with the brush?
You led us to believe that's what he's doing.
Well, see, I'm not sure. He spends all his time in the room, doesn't let me in.
What's his hair look like?
Huh?
What's his hair look like?
He's got barely any.
There's barely any hair.
Yeah, he's got like.
You don't look like Gino Vanelli?
Mm-mm.
No, you don't know who Gino Vanelli is, do you?
No.
He's got a lot of hair, that Gino Vanelli.
Why, if you're bored and unhappy with how he spends his time, why do you hang out?
Well, see, he lives with me, and I don't know what I should do.
How old is he?
He's 18.
Why do you guys live together?
Because he got kicked out of his mom kicked him out, and he had nowhere to go.
Probably started using her brush.
Are you both living with your parents?
Yeah, I'm living with my parents.
Oh, my God.
Oh, true. Is this the ultimate nightmare?
Impossible.
You got Krista and her brush-humping boyfriend shacked up. Oh, I'd just kill myself if I was your dad, Krista. I really would. All right, listen. You have to start communicating with the guy. How the hell do we know what he's doing with this brush? He spends all
we know is
afternoon in the bathroom.
You're not happy with the attention you're getting from him.
Well, wait a minute. Are you having sex with him?
Yeah.
No.
In that house? With your parents' house?
Yeah.
How pissed is your dad?
They do it.
They're married.
So.
All right. This is quite an example they've set for you.
Describe Krista for me.
Krista?
Yeah?
What are you, a senior in high school, or are you already in junior college?
I'm going to college.
Junior college?
Yeah.
Right. And then what?
And then I'm going to be a pediatrician. I have to go to college for 8 years.
Yeah.
You have to do a little more than that, Krista.
Huh?
A little more than that.
A little more than 8 years?
Yeah, but why? You're not a good student, are you?
Yes, I am.
You are?
In high school, I got straight A's.
You did? What'd you get on the SAT?
I don't remember.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Usually don't remember. It's been a full 6 months. True, you know what you got on the SATs now. You're 45 years old.
Yep.
Yeah, everyone knows what their SAT score is.
If you're going to medical school, you got to know immediately.
When you're 18, you know what your SAT score is,
Absolutely.
right?
I had to retook them until I got the best possible score. And then
Really?
The best school.
Oh, you took like the PSAT?
Yep. Did all that stuff.
Calculus. I never even heard of the SAT thing. And the beauty of my family is, what? No, don't worry about it. Krista? Keep studying, sweet pea.
Okay.
And break up with that guy.
Okay.
Or communicate with him. Okay?
Should I break up with them tonight?
What'd you get on that SAT?
I don't remember. It's in my room with him.
What do you think you got?
No, I'm asking what Krista got.
Yeah.
I don't know.
You don't know what you got on the SAT score.
I don't look at it.
And yet you plan to go to medical school.
Yeah. I got to start going through all my papers, so.
Okay.
So I should break up with them?
But you got straight A's in high school?
Yeah.
Really?
Okay.
You're the valedictorian?
Oh, my mom said it was 1,500.
1,500.
Right.
Yeah.
That's a perfect score.
No, 1,600.
She didn't get any 1,500. Please, she doesn't even, her boyfriend's having sex with a brush. 1,500. Listen, they don't let you into junior college with if you get into 4 digits on your SATs. They don't. I mean, $9.99. That's the highest they'll let you into junior college. They'll toss your ass out of there. Plus, and you can't carry a higher GPA in high school than a 2.0 either. You didn't know that?
Didn't know that.
That's posted right there at the snack shack. They'll not let anyone with a higher GPA than 2.0 or higher SAT score than 99. 9.99, that is. All right, talk to your guy. That's all. Mike?
Yeah.
You're 25.
Yeah.
What's going on?
I think I'm a sex addict.
Mm-hmm.
I pretty much feel that I am.
Yeah.
I've been married now for 5 years, and I have one child. And the problem is if I don't get sex from my wife every day, I masturbate. Sometimes I'll masturbate up to 4 times a day, depending on how bad it is.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I'm
Anything
not
else?
real impressed so far.
Anything else happen?
I've well, not besides that. Recently, a few months ago, I've cheated on her.
Are you an alcoholic?
I've had drinking problems. Yeah.
Okay. Is there alcoholism in your family?
Yes.
Who'd you cheat on her with?
Different women. Well, the last time was a woman in Panama, Florida.
Oh, really?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. They're pretty loose over there. We were there in Panama, weren't we?
Mm-hmm. Panama City, yeah.
Is Panama City the same as Panama? Florida?
Yeah.
Oh, it is. Hey, Drew, what'd you get on your SAT?
It was about 1,500.
No, that's really high.
Yeah.
Might have been like 14 and change.
No, because I did really well on the math, like 760 on the math.
I don't know anyone got over 15.
It was like 1360. Wait, was that?
Yeah, that's high. Anything like over 13 is real high. That's why that girl's lying at 15.
Yeah.
So, Mike, how many women you cheated with?
Just, I'd say 5.
Hey, how do you cheat? Do you have to just get really ugly women? Yeah.
It's not something that I really try to do, but when it happens, it turns out to be that way.
What do you mean? It's not something you try to do. You spend $40 sending drinks over to the end of the bar for 6.5 hours. What do you mean?
Well, I mean, no.
It's not something you try to do.
When it's happened, right, is I'll go to a bar, start drinking, I'll get a little intoxicated, whatever.
Right.
And next thing I know, I'm waking up next to an ugly woman. Or
How many times this happened?
5.
5 times. Why don't you get treatment for this?
For the alcohol or for...
Both.
I'd go for the alcohol because you figure you're not going to do it without the booze.
Yeah, it turns out that most sexual addiction, true addiction, occurs in the setting of other addictions. And you clearly have alcoholism. And the consequences are threatening the safety of your relationship and your family. Seems to me you ought to focus on that. And if indeed this is truly a sexual addiction, it would respond to the same model of treatment anyway. And if you have other psychiatric or characterologic problems which are promoting this type of behavior, that's more difficult to manage, actually. I mean, that requires a lot of work, a lot of therapy, and that sort of thing. And I'm not sure it's necessary in your case. I think that it sounds like pretty clearly an addictive process. Hey, Adam, I brought this book in tonight. Mm-hmm. It's a little what they call a throwaway. It's something that physicians get, sort of information manuals and little review articles.
Crap you leave out at your office for us to look at in lieu of having good magazines like Car Magazine.
But it was interesting how it was about psychiatric issues for general care physicians. It was amazing.
What's it called?
It's called Primary Psychiatry, and this is.
Wait a minute! This is gay physician Drew. What aren't you telling us?
But listen to this. It was talking about the gender differences in sexual compulsives and addicts. And listen to this. Significant gender differences have been observed in the prevalence of various patterns of addictive sexual behavior. Men tend to engage in behavioral excesses that objectify their partners. A trend towards emotional isolation is clear. Women tend to be excessive in behaviors that distort power, either by gaining control over others or being a victim.
Mm-hmm. Well, that's it.
Talk about all the time.
That's it in a nutshell.
Yeah.
Guys want to bang chicks in the ass while they videotape it so that their buddies can watch on closed-circuit television from the next room.
And women want to strip.
And women either want to strip...
or be beaten.
Or, yes.
And
that's it.
Yeah,
well, that covers it.
Yeah.
All right. We're out of show now, Drew. You idiot. This is like getting them off Gilligan's Island on the first episode. We're screwed. Where are we going to go from here?
Calling the Globetrotters.
We'll go. Where are those Globetrotters and where are the robots? Oh, that was the greatest TV show ever. The 10-year reunion when the Globetrotters took on the robots. Aaron, you're 13.
Yeah, my mom recently found weed in my room. Now she's kicking me out, and my dad will not take me in, and I don't know where to go.
Where are you now?
I'm in my home at Diamond Bar. She's going to kick me out sometime soon. I don't know when.
How long has she been threatening this?
Like when you're 18?
Huh?
How long has she been threatening this?
Maybe for the past 2 days, and I don't have any money or anything, and I don't know what to do.
I think she's just threatening.
I think she's bluffing.
No, but she's like packing my bags, and
Well, maybe she's going to send you to a treatment program or something, but I can't imagine a parent kicking a 13-year-old out with no plan.
No, she would have done it. I think she would have done it by now.
Yeah.
She did it to my brother.
Where's your brother?
I don't know.
Really? How old was he when he got kicked out?
12.
He was 14.
And you don't know where he is?
Mm-mm. I don't know if he's dead or alive or anything.
Your mom can be arrested for that. She has a responsibility to take care of you at that age.
Yeah.
Well, wait a minute. How long ago did she...
He's now 18, and he turned 18 on April 29.
So you know he's alive?
No, I don't, but if he is alive, he's 18.
Wow.
Well, wait a minute. What were you, 9 years old when she booted him out of the house?
10.
Okay. And he's 18 now, theoretically. How could you be 10? You're 13?
Yeah.
It was 4 years ago.
Difference.
I think my math is better. Okay. So she tosses him out of the house. Does your dad know where he is?
Probably. I don't talk to my dad.
You don't?
But so you don't know for a fact that he wouldn't take you in?
Yeah. I've talked to him, well, I have talked to him recently, like about yesterday, see if he'd take me in to have school over in Riverside where he lives.
And what did he say?
And he said no, that he can't take on another person because he already has 5 people living in his house. But I don't see who cares because I'm his blood, and he won't take me in.
Well, who's he have living? Is there like a step-family now?
No, he has his mother, his 2 brothers, his sister, and one of my cousins.
How old is he?
My dad?
Yeah.
He's 48, 49.
I still can't get over the brother part.
Yeah.
Well, how do you... Didn't you say when you were 10? I mean, 10's old enough to know.
Yeah.
Didn't you say, where's he going? What's going on?
No, actually, my mom kicked him out because of alcohol and marijuana use or possession or something like that, because she snoops a lot.
No kidding.
And she found it under his mattress or something like that.
Yeah.
And she gave him, I think, $200 to live on and packed his bags for him and threw it out in the streets and just said, goodbye, I don't want anything to do with you.
And 200 buys a lot of beer and pot, too.
That is incredible.
That's
well, let me give you... in a way, I wonder if she's just sort of... if she just sort of trumped this up to put some scare into you or something.
I'm sure as hell is working.
Well, you sure the guy, didn't go to military school or something?
I'm pretty sure he didn't, because he's not that type of person. He can't handle discipline.
And you never saw him again for any family function?
I'm pretty sure he rode, but, because I was really close to him, even at that little of an age. And
he wrote to you?
I'm pretty sure he did, but I just never got anything from him. I don't know what to do.
Wait a minute. I got to think of a better question here. I have to figure this out.
Let me give you a phone number in the meantime. It's Child Help USA. It's 1-800-422-4453. Write it down.
Okay, hold on.
All right, meanwhile, we'll talk amongst ourselves, Drew.
The story doesn't fit.
There's something going on here.
Yeah, it doesn't all fit together.
I was tossed my brother out. I never saw him again.
All right.
1-800-422-4453.
What's your mom do for a living?
She's a secretary, I think, for an electric company.
And how is she as a mom, other than the part about abandoning the kids?
Well, she's really strong, and she has a really strong religion, and I guess she's all right. But
You got to let some people know at school what's going on here, too, so they can perhaps intervene.
They wouldn't.
Yes, they would, because it's not illegal for her to toss you out.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, she can just send me over to the state. That's legal, isn't it?
Various things can happen that way, but she can't just relinquish her responsibility without cause.
Hey, Aaron?
Yeah.
I feel pretty bad for you, but, geez, when are you leaving pot around with this woman? I mean, you know what I mean?
Yeah, I know. And it's actually my fault, I know that, but I don't know where to go.
Yeah. It's been 2 days.
Yeah.
I can't imagine she's going to toss you out. Do you get into constant trouble?
Yeah.
You do?
Yeah.
Can't you stop effing up a little bit?
It's fun.
Okay, but...
Well, now it's gone too far, but it's fun.
Yeah, I know it's fun, but you're going to get tossed out.
Yeah, I know.
Has she warned you 1,000 times?
Not exactly. She never really cared very much about it, except when it comes to jugs and alcoholic beverages and shit and stuff.
Jugs?
Drugs.
Oh, I swear to God, she said jugs. I'm going insane now.
That's how your mind works. Anything ends with Uggs for you.
Yeah. I'm like at the mechanic going, the jug nuts are seized on the rim? What are you talking about? Lug nuts. Jug nuts? All right. But that vein you have in your neck, that is the jugular, isn't it?
Yes.
Okay, good. Aaron, I don't think she's going to toss you out because she's given you a few days, and I think she would have done it in a fit of rage at the time.
Okay, good.
But listen. Listen to me. And I want to tell all you teenagers this. If you have crazy, effed up parents that are going to react real strongly, don't leave pot around the house. Don't come back after curfew. And for Christ's sake, stop hanging around with those idiots that listen to Marilyn Manson.
Yeah.
It's like...
You're telling the exact people who are driven to do that, not to
I know, but here's what I'm saying. If you're in prison and there's a real tough warden who's going to put you in solitary, who's going to call a guard in and squirt you down with a fire hose, who's going to beat you and strip search you and delouse you and all this, and you know you have that kind of warden, don't F around. Don't get into a food fight in the cafeteria. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You gotta. It's like prison. I hate to say it, but a girl like Erin over here, she's got a few more years to do. If she can, get out early with good behavior. If she can just stay on the straight and narrow for a few years, then she can just go off to college or save up a few bucks or move out of the house. All right, we'll be back. Talking molding with producer Ann. Strong bond we just had there.
For a moment.
I can talk to anyone about molding. I was talking to my mom about base shoe about 2 hours ago over at her house. Let me tell all you people out there, do not put quarter round down where base shoe should go.
The hell is... I don't know what either of those things are.
You know in your house you got the baseboard?
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
It goes against, down on the floor and on the wall.
Some people put rubber there.
Well, that's only like commercial applications.
Yeah. Right.
Like the doctor's office or something. But there's like some wood molding there. Yeah. And then right at the very bottom of that, there's a little itty-bitty piece of molding that goes right on the floor and right against that. Just to sort of hide whatever the crack is where the wood floor meets the molding, meets the floor molding.
All right.
You know what I mean?
No.
Picture. Close your eyes, Drew.
I just see one strip.
You see the baseboard, but you don't see a little nub right at the bottom, a little extra chunk of molding. Just a little thing. Just right along the bottom. There it is. There's the molding. Just one right up against it. Real low. Real low at the bottom.
Sometimes, yeah, maybe. Yeah.
All right. Anyway, that's base shoe. Don't use quarter round there. Always looks like that white trash house. Quarter round, Okay. I'll draw you a picture during the break. Ann's got some crown molding going on. Joe.
Yeah.
You're 21.
I need to get myself a house.
Yeah, you do.
Yeah, I was just calling because about 2 weeks ago, I found out that I had a drug test for a job at a psychiatric hospital. And prior to that, I'd been smoking marijuana probably 2 to 3 times a week. I stopped smoking immediately and began taking, I think it's called Golden Seal root with like orange juice. I've been drinking a bunch of that stuff, trying to clean out my system, and I'm just going to stop smoking altogether. And the drug test is tomorrow. And I'm really freaking out about it.
How long ago was the last time you smoked?
Just over 2 weeks.
You'll be fine.
I'll be fine.
No problem.
Yeah, this will be fine.
So, I mean, even with the golden seal, I mean, it should have cleaned me out completely.
I think you'll be fine either way.
All right, great.
Yeah.
Thank you.
You took out tonight.
No,
Yeah, right.
No.
Were you working a psychiatric hospital?
Yeah, I'm a college student, psychology undergrad.
Yeah. Should be able to smoke weed at a psychiatric hospital.
No.
Who's going to know?
No.
No.
A bunch of nut jobs running around?
No.
They don't know if you're stoned.
No.
Do they?
You only do it 2-3 times a week, right, Joe?
Yeah, it was 2 or 3 times a week, and that was only for a couple of weeks prior to that.
All right, you'll be all right.
You're fine.
All right, great.
You're not driving the short bus, are you?
No.
All right.
No, exactly.
You can be like a psych tech or something?
Yeah, that's exactly what I'm doing.
What's a psych tech?
I just kind of monitor and make sure things are going all right, and if people have a problem, sometimes they talk to me, and I have to make
It's
reports,
like
things
the
like that.
equivalent for nurse's aid for a psychiatric hospital.
Right, right.
Oh, Joe, is this going to be your chosen field?
Psychology will be.
It's good for you. You'll learn. You'll really learn a lot.
Right, yeah.
More than in your psychology classes in college, I promise.
I think I was smarter with my ceramics major.
No.
It was a more lucrative career. I could make little pieces for speakers. Some of us have little like ceramic things behind where the magnet is.
Nice.
Oh yeah, very lucrative to get back into that ceramics. Corey.
Hey, what's up?
You're 18.
Yep. I just want to tell you first, you guys get a lot of lamers. It just amazes me how many incredibly stupid people call your show. I feel sorry for you.
Yeah, that's all right.
Be careful, Corey.
Yeah,
I know.
you may dig yourself a grave here in the next
know.
few seconds.
I know.
Go ahead.
Judge not.
All right. So I'm dating this girl. She's 17. We're very happy. We've been dating her for about 6.5 months, and right now she's got a girlfriend too, which is kind of weird. And I don't mind. I mean, I don't feel threatened. It just she likes girls, kind of.
Didn't Corey just comment about lame thinking?
What?
Oh, nothing. But Corey, look, do you want a monogamous relationship with her? Be honest.
I mean, I don't mind as long as it doesn't threaten our relationship.
She's 7. Well, obviously,
it threatens your relationship.
Man, she's got her face buried in another crotch. That's threatening.
She doesn't yet.
You're 17?
Yeah.
I mean, she's 17.
Yeah. I'm 18.
Yeah. She's got problems.
Well, she's got a few.
Yeah. She's got something going on, this girl.
Who got to her?
What's going on with her?
Well, yeah.
She was
I could
sexually
have
abused?
told you this,
Yeah.
but her mother, she just finished a legal battle over moving out.
Yeah.
She couldn't live with her mother anymore, so.
What happened?
Well, her mother just controlling and verbally abusive and.
Where's Dad?
Wouldn't take care of her. Her dad's divorced.
And what was he like?
A long time ago, he used to get real angry, but he's much better now.
All it counts is what happened when she was 5 years old. I mean, what was happening to her then?
I don't know. Actually, she was abused.
All right.
By
who?
Our sister's husband.
That's
really?
Yeah. Actually,
How old
when she was 11.
When she was 11. How old? How much older is her sister?
She has a baby. She's 22.
22. Thank God she's got a child. Hold on a second. Let me just do some quick math here.
All right.
I want to vomit. I just have to figure out which direction and when. Your girlfriend, who's now 17, was sexually abused by her sister's husband when she was 11.
6 years ago. The sister's now 22.
Right. So the sister was 16 when
they were dating.
They were dating.
Yeah.
Well, I can see why she married him. you don't let a guy like this slip through your fingers. You know what I'm saying, Drew? This is a virile man. There are not many of them around.
All right, so Corey, she comes
I never
from...
claimed to understand that.
She comes from a very, very, very disturbed situation.
And here's the whole deal, Corey. The mere fact that her boyfriend, that her sister brought home a guy who is how old now? Or so?
I don't know how old he is.
He's capable of this.
Yeah.
Listen, the family's effed up in a huge way.
Yeah.
Huge way. And she's effed up, and she's with chicks, and all you idiots out there who...
I'm just trying to...
Not you, Corey, but all these, these lesbian lovers out there. Look, how come every 17-year-old girl we talk to is into chicks got abused? You can be a lesbian later on in life, but it's 17 and you got a boyfriend and a girlfriend. Oh, she's bisexual. Leave her alone. Now, her sister's creepy boyfriend got to her and steered her this way. That's it. She was driven,
So
like some kind of cattle drive.
Do not expect her to be able to maintain a monogamous or even intimate relationship, because that's going to be too painful for her at this point. Help her by getting some treatment for her.
You're screwed, Corey.
Okay. I have one quick anatomical question.
Well, listen to me, Corey.
All right.
Please listen to me.
Okay.
You will have your hands full in a relationship with this girl.
Yep.
Yeah.
Full time, buddy.
I believe it.
And she will take you with her. Believe you me. Now, I'm not saying people like this don't need help or sympathy. That's what they need, but they don't need to be screwed.
Yeah.
Just be her friend and try to get her into some counseling.
What's your anatomic question?
The head of my penis has little bumps around the edge.
Those are the pearly penile papules, usually.
Okay. Very...
they're real symmetric?
Not real symmetric.
Are they all the way around?
Yeah.
They look like Orion's belt?
No. Usually if it's asymmetric or looking like cauliflower or skin tags, then it's warts. But symmetric...
No, I mean, I've always had them.
Pearly penile papules.
Okay.
And when you say symmetrical, do you mean each one is consistent in their shape or their pattern?
The pattern.
Really?
The distribution is symmetric.
Really?
Yeah.
So it's like a Braille letter?
No. It's
not?
like a crown.
Oh, it is. Hey, isn't Braille amazing?
Like this.
See, like the little Braille pad when you go to the ATM?
Or the elevators?
Or the elevator. I've done elevator like drunk and I couldn't see before. But you ever go to like an ATM and they have this little Braille pad? And to me, it just looks like the crap we send into outer space in case like some intelligent form runs into the Viking or something. But it's this little thing with just a bunch of little dots, and people just drag their hand along it and probably read faster than I can read with a sight. Oh, yes, 1,000 times, because I've seen people read Braille, and their hand is just zipping along. Although I think they're faking it a lot of the time. I really do. I think they're just hot dogging it. How the hell? That's why, if I ever went blind, that'd be it. It'd just kill me. I couldn't do anything. I'd hope it was through some accident and I could sue and get some huge insurance fund, because I would never, ever be able to learn to read Braille. And then all that, or like if I went deaf and I had to learn sign language, forget it. I got two signs. I got F you and up yours. They're almost the same. And then there's like dinero. Another one, hey, more money. All the stuff I learned in Tijuana. All right, we'll be back. All right, the Anarchists.
The Anarchists, I noticed their music was the background for a movie trailer.
Yeah, I'm sure they didn't take any of that money.
Home Alone 2.
Wasn't Home Alone
or Home Alone
2.
whatever, 4, whatever. The last Home Alone.
I get knocked down,
but I get up again.
It was not
Home
Alone.
Yes.
Home Alone?
My kids got Anastasia this weekend, so we watched it 12 times.
Really?
And the beginning of that is, new movies coming out on video, and it's Home Alone, and behind the entire trailer,
Chumbawamba. Well, but according to the Chumbawamba theory or logic, it'd be all right with them if someone just broke in, stole that song, and then just played it in their movie.
Yeah.
We should all, they do what we want. The man ain't holding them down. The man. Who's the man? Figure out the man. I didn't have a garbage man. The man.
Juliet?
Hello?
Hi there.
You got tuberculosis?
Uh-uh.
Oh, okay. Oh, let me read the thing. This is kind of funny.
Not
Became addicted to pot while she was being treated for anorexia. Oh, that's not funny. I just read the pot part, and it was funny that you were coughing when we got to you.
Sorry.
That's all right.
So this is a very interesting question to me. What happened here?
Well, I started smoking pot because I didn't eat. I thought I was fat, and my friends are like, well, if you smoke pot, you'll eat and stuff, and it's healthy. So I started smoking pot, and now I can't stop.
All right. So it wasn't as though somebody prescribed marijuana for you.
No.
That's what happened.
Did it make you eat?
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. Well, do you want to be treated for your marijuana dependency?
Well, I don't know, because if I tell my parents, I tried NA meetings and stuff.
MA or NA?
NA.
Why don't you go to MA?
I've never heard of that before.
There's the Marijuana Anonymous.
Really?
Yeah, go to MA, because you'll find a lot of sympathy for what you're going through. People, as you found from your friends, don't really understand how addictive this drug can be and how difficult it is to stop. And if you go to MA meeting, you'll meet a lot of people who have been through what you're going through.
The thing that's cool about MA,
yeah.
it's the only meeting that starts at 7:30-ish, maybe 8. People should just start. I guarantee people to start rolling in anywhere between 7 and 8:45 on that meeting.
All right, it's not supposed to be like that.
I know.
I don't know where there are any around here.
Well, it's called AA. They usually have referrals to MA. Are you in a little town?
I'm in Bremerton. It's not little, but it's not big. It's kind of in between.
Bremerton?
Yeah.
What's their big export over there?
I don't know.
Okay. That's in the United States, though?
It's right across from Seattle.
Oh, yeah. Oh, Birmingham.
Yeah.
Bremerton.
Bremerton.
Yeah. That's a nice country.
Call local AA. They can usually refer you. And it's great that you want to take care of it. I mean, more power to you. And are you getting treated for your eating disorder yet?
No, because I'm not really stopped eating anymore. I could still eat.
Be careful. Because,
how thin did you get?
Really thin. Size 1 jeans kind of thin.
One.
My
daughter.
I don't know chick sizes. I can't figure that out. With the, I'm a 3, I'm an 8, I was a, all those commercials confuse me when I see those Jenny Craig commercials. They go, I was a 17 and now I'm a 9. And I always go, well, that doesn't sound good. Isn't 17 better? And then the other thing they talk about is inches. And I lost 17 inches.
Right.
What the hell does that mean? Where inches where?
Right.
I don't.
Oh, it's just BS, right? Yeah. All right. Juliet?
Yeah.
So how tall are you?
5'2".
5'2", and how much did you weigh when you were at your least weight?
I think 98 pounds.
I mean, that's light. Don't get me wrong. I want you to keep eating, but I was thinking 75 or something.
No.
Okay.
All right, just be careful, because eating disorders have a way of coming back. If you're working a good program with MA, it may be enough to keep you free of those symptoms, but please get help if they come up. They can be quite serious, okay?
Did your mom enroll you in ballet class?
No.
No?
I was in ballet when I was little, yeah.
Oh.
7.
Did you go down and enroll yourself?
No.
Who enrolled you?
My mom.
Oh, okay.
Why?
Oh, I thought she didn't. Okay. All right, get into that stuff. Didn't I just ask her if her mom enrolled her in ballet class? What was her answer?
No.
But I did take ballet.
I'm just delighted that it's happening to you and not just me.
Oh, okay. Did I ask her verbatim, did your mom enroll you in ballet class?
I said no. But I did go to ballet when I was little.
Who enrolled you?
My mom.
All right, go to that meeting. Oh, please. And what is it about people that get enrolled in ballet class? I'm not gonna let if I have a girl, I won't let her even watch ballet. You understand? I'll tell that's the dance of the doomed. The dance of the spindly doomed. Hey, Mike, your mom ever enroll you in ballet? No. Just checking. All right. Michael.
Yeah.
You're 15.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, my girlfriend, she is now 15, but before I knew her, my friend told me that the second year I was going out with her, she had been raped when she was 8 to 10, I'm not sure really. And right now, we have a long-distance relationship that when I go to my dad in the summer for about a month, I date her, I'm with her, but the rest of the time I'm not. And last year I broke up with her. And so I was hold on, I lost myself there.
You smoke a Michael?
Yeah?
You smoke much weed?
No, I don't smoke any.
Really? Don't ever smoke weed.
I know.
Never.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right, Michael, so we get the idea that you see her only a few months of the year. How does she tolerate when you're away?
I don't know, really. My friends tell me she's just fine. Last year I saw her, she said she took some drugs that made her forget everything. Because she had a pissed off year and stuff.
All right, let's try to get to what your question is for us.
Well, she's been raped and stuff, so what should I do? Should I try and encourage her to take counseling, which I think she is, I'm not sure. And
Sure.
Or should I still go out with her? Or?
If you like her.
Well, I really like her. It's like she's really sexually active toward me.
And you like that.
She said if she gets me in a room by myself for 5 minutes, she'll just get me right there.
Yeah, you like that.
No, well, first I was like, hey, this is a good thing, but now it sounds like she's raped. I'm like, oh, man.
Yeah, this show ruins
that fantasy.
Yeah, it really any woman jumping on a guy ruins it. It really does. You know how painful it is for me to watch hours of pornography now, Drew? Do you realize how difficult it is for me to watch? I watched 2 or 3 hours of pornography today. Do you realize what hell I was in?
You have to double up just to get over the
to
desensitize you.
Trying to fight through it.
Yeah.
Yeah. Thank
Michael,
God I'm so committed.
Look, it sounds like you're at least aware of what you're dealing with, and you're sensitive to her needs. You're being empathic, and you may or may not want to have a relationship with her, but this can be your decision. I mean, it's going to be a little chaotic if you get very involved with her. Doesn't sound like you are. I don't know how to advise you. I mean, it's a treacherous situation, but if you like her, it's okay to
Listen, I feel really badly for anyone who's been abused. I also am realistic about it and realize that a 15-year-old guy does not really have the maturity level or the coping skills to deal with somebody who's been traumatized this way, and unless she's involved with some form of treatment,
which he wants to help her get to. I mean,
which is great. It's just he's got a tall order.
Yeah,
he really does.
But he's out of there most of the year. I mean, it's. I mean, unfortunately, if he's going to have a relationship with her, he shouldn't be having sex with her because that's not good for her.
No, he shouldn't. Okay. Let's try to power through a few of these calls. Steven, 14, can't commit to a girlfriend, wants to, but sometimes thinks he may be gay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's a problem in my life, you know? Like, when I was younger, I was sexually molested.
Mm-hmm.
Well,
I can hear it in your voice, though. You're not gay. Believe me.
Everyone says that about
But you're confused, Stephen. Just don't try to figure out what you are or are not right now. Let some time pass.
That's fine.
Have some relationships.
Because this thought's always on my mind 24/7, so...
I know.
It's ringing my mind up like a lot.
Then why don't you get some treatment for dealing with the trauma of having been abused? And then maybe some of these symptoms will settle down.
Because when I was in a recent relationship, and by the time that we were ready to commit to each other, we felt right about each other. I just totally blew off, and
yeah. Who molested you?
I can't remember. It was when I was like around the age of 7 to 8, and it went on for about a couple months, probably 2 or 3.
You don't remember who that was?
It was, I think his name was Tom.
A neighbor or something?
He was around the block, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Just just say I don't know. It's some guy on the block.
Yeah.
I don't need a whole dossier. Stephen, here's the deal. All right, what do you want to be? What do you want to do for a living?
I really don't know.
Perfect. There's my answer. There you go. You know how you just don't know what you want to be when you're 14, and you really don't know, and you don't really much care.
You don't actually get in a cockpit and try to fly the plane.
No, and there's nothing. I'm so glad he said this. I thought he was going to say rock musician or something and screw my whole plan up. But, Stephen, you don't know what you want to be when you grow up in terms of work, and you don't know what you want to be when you grow up sexually. Fine.
Perfect.
That's all right. And no one at 14 really knows what they want to be, unless you're like Drew, whose dad's breathing down your neck with the whole doctor thing. I certainly had no idea what I was going to do when I was 14, so what did I do? I just let it ride out. Let the chips fall where they may. That's fine. Matt, you're 17. Can he get girlfriend pregnant through mutual masturbation?
Yeah, it was like a tag team thing, you know. Like we were on each other, and she wiped the wet stuff off of her hand, you know.
Mm-hmm. She was masturbating you?
Yeah.
And you were doing stuff to her?
Mm-hmm. And then we went to ourselves, and she wiped herself off.
What's your question?
Would there be any rogue, spermies left?
If it gets
rogue sperm.
If it gets,
I rented that.
Be very
Mike,
unlikely.
did you rent the? I know you were in rogue sperm too.
I mean, just do the mechanics for yourself, okay? Just anything's
rogue sperm
possible that way, but very unlikely.
Rogue sperm. Casey.
Yes.
Casey's 13. Boyfriend wants her to gain weight. She has a great body. What's wrong with him?
Well, do you want me to make it quick?
Nah, don't worry. How tall are you?
I'm 5'7".
How much you weigh?
About 130 pounds.
That's perfect.
Yeah.
That's good. He just wants bigger boobs?
No. What happened was he tried to make me, smoke cigarettes first, and he was, really harsh on that, and I said no. And then he tried to make me have sex, and, I'm like, I'm only 13 years old.
Good
There's
for you.
no way.
How old is he?
So, finally, I'm like, he's been really hard on, he wants me to put on, 50 pounds.
50 pounds?
He says it'd turn him on, and I don't know.
Cassie, here's
you couldn't put on 40? Just compromise?
Here's what you do.
Uh-huh.
Get rid of this guy. Fast. Run.
Are you sure?
Positive.
Because,
Are you sure? He wants me to worship Satan and start smoking crack and put on 50 pounds? Run. Huh? and leave all that? All right. That's enough. That guy's ridiculous.
We gotta go.
Michael's 15. True, don't get sick on me.
We did him already.
Oh, okay. Well, why is he gone?
We cannot do that one.
We can't do that one?
And this, no.
We can't? No. Eyes water during sex. What to do about this? On real fast. Ted?
Yeah.
Your eyes water during sex?
Yeah, I don't understand it. It's kind of...
All right. Those are just tears of joy.
Also, there's
Believe me.
Yawning and things like that can happen from something called
I do
nitric
that,
oxide.
too. Okay. We'll be back.
It's the new antipsychotic medication.
Oh, great. Yeah, I love those pictures. Now, turn the page. I want to see. There's got to be 7,000 words on the back of that. Oh, that's nothing. There must be another one. Keep turning. We're looking through one of... you know how I masturbate to jugs? This is what Drew masturbates. And would you look at that page of possible side effects? Tell me you wouldn't need a jeweler's loop to read this page. First off, there's more words on this page than there is in the average book. Am I right? Could you ever possibly read all that?
Yeah.
All right. Harvey Danger will be in here tomorrow night. Sherry and I are going to rock hard. And until next time, this is Adam Carolla for Dr. Drew saying mahalo.